So, in about the month of August, I took a blood test for an insurance company, just to see what my health would be and what kind of plans I can get. When the results came by around the end of August, I had elevated liver enzymes. It was about in the 900s. It was really, really high, but so I was a little worried. So of course I did my research, and they were like, "Oh, it's normal. When people work out, they normally have high liver enzymes," and so I kind of brushed it off because I felt perfectly fine. And finally, that led to more tests from doctors. I took a scan, and on September 25th, I was told that it was cancer. They don't know if it was malignant tumors, but as of right now, the diagnosis was it was cancer. Of course, when you first receive that news, it's obviously you feel like it's a death sentence, and obviously I had my mom there. She had the same reaction. I had the same reaction, and at that point, it was just not knowing where to be. You start talking to God, be like, is this really what my faith is and all that? And just every quiet time, and it was really sad. But thankfully, my parents had the life group, because I just felt how sad they were and just how much struggle they were going through. And of course, you're trying to stay positive. I was trying to stay positive, but I felt their sadness. But life group was able to keep them positive. And it kept going on, and of course, I'd attend. I started, of course, talking to God more, and shame, but my relationship with Christ wasn't at the best of times. Wasn't at the best at that time, and so I started going to church more. Started praying a lot more, and obviously, every quiet time I had, I would talk to him and be like, I would make deals with him, be like, just give me this much time. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me do that before I go. And so, right around. But at the same time, as we're going through the life group, every test results were coming up was, we don't find it. It was negative. There was no signs of cancer. I wasn't pale. My skin, I wasn't showing jaundice, so I wasn't in pain either. Every doctor kept asking me, are you in pain? And I'm like, Doc, I wouldn't know anything about it if I didn't take that blood test. And so around my birthday, October 30th, I underwent biopsy. So they actually found lumps as well in my lung, or tumors in my lung, and so that, once again got me worried. And of course, the whole family, mom and dad, was being hectic, walking up and down, and we're like, what's going on? How does it happen in his lung? And so they took that, and for about a week, I was pretty much in bed rest. I couldn't get up, I couldn't laugh, and I couldn't even take a long breath. But to me, staying positive, just constantly praying to God, constantly in life groups with my parents. And of course, throughout that whole ordeal, I was getting support from Pastor Joe, Clea Francis, and everybody through that Elsa, and numerous amounts of people, and just praying for me, and constantly, praying for my well-being and miraculous healing. And so around the end of November, when it was finally time to find out the results, I was told that it wasn't cancer, and that I was actually good. It was perfectly fine, and that although my enzymes were elevated, that it was stable. And of course, that was a breath of fresh air, and such a load off my chest. I always wonder, like, what was the whole point of that ordeal? Why was I in that? But I can tell you right now that my family's a lot closer. I speak to God a lot more now. And almost every time I have quiet time, whether it's my commute to work, whether it's just, I have nothing going on, I just talk to Him and, pray for everything. Of course, unfortunately, when I busy work, but when I do have time, I'm always there to join my parents for life group or for church. Not a lot of time, but I always do my own prayers, keeping my relationship with them, and can honestly see that even those 3 months in the back of my mind, I thought that I was going to die. It came out as a possible deal. Just my whole family's closer than you can imagine. That's my story. My message is that, or my advice to you is that with God, everything is possible. And it wasn't looking good. I saw the pictures of my liver, and it just absolutely looked like I believed that I was going to die. But he said I put all my faith in Him, and all the outpouring of the community, from church, from friends and family, especially my parents looking for alternatives. You just have to stay positive and put your faith in Him, because he won't let you be led astray. And so my advice is stay positive, because you never know where it's going to end up. I mean, look at my family now; they're really close.